I have some tips that come straight from the Lee Thompson Young Foundation Mindfulness Box. My team suggested that I look at the tools and do some explanation or give some explanation on how you can use the tools in the mindfulness box. You can use them for yourself, but you can also use them with your children. All right. So again, we have the box here, which you can see on the LTY Foundation website. And if you're on Facebook, you can see the link there. And if you just look at my feed, you can find the link to purchase the box. And remember that not only is it a gift for yourself, the proceeds sponsor the proceeds benefit our Meets Mental Health Needs initiative, where we sponsor therapy sessions for those in need. So our first tip for today comes from the Mindfulness Creativity Journal that is in the Mindfulness Box. And it is a prompt around visualizing a sacred space. So using your imagination, your visualization skills to picture a sacred space that helps you feel safe and connected. So if you're doing this with your child, you might use the words that say, imagine a happy place. Imagine, a vacation or a place or a park or a beach or whatever it is that is your child's happy place. You can prompt them to think about that. So go in their mind and think about that. And then ask some questions around, what does it actually look like? That happy place, that safe space, what does it look like? And when you're thinking about it, how does it make you feel? And then how can you create more of these types of spaces in your life, right? So these prompts and this exercise of, visualization actually help you to be more present and be more mindful. So this is a tool that you and your child can use at any time, this visualization, to help you be more present and be in a state of calm. All right, so that's the first one. The second tip is called a meditative walk. So that might sound a little odd, right? Because when you're meditating, you think of sitting still somewhere, being quiet. You don't really think about moving around, okay? But I call this a meditative walk because I want you to set aside time for a leisurely walk. And you can do this for yourself or with your child. So a leisurely walk in your neighborhood or at a place that you like. And what you want to do in terms of being meditative is you want to look for interesting objects, things that you may not usually notice. Take notice, like take the time to really be aware of what is around you during this walk. And then think about what stands out to you. And then when you're exploring that object, think about, how does it make you feel? How do you feel when you're doing this exercise? So again, looking for these interesting objects causes you to be present in the moment and mindful. So you're not thinking about all the thousands of things that you have to do, but you're noticing these interesting objects as you take this walk. And that's what makes it meditative. All right, so our third tip is to be reflective and identify ways that you give to the world. So what do you do to give to your community, to your family, to your school? So you can ask this question to your child as well. And for this exercise, they can name or draw pictures of as many ways that they give, as many ways that they can think of. They can do this exercise and name it or draw pictures and Again, this prompt causes you to be present and really think about how you contribute to your environment, right? So I see Geo has joined us on Instagram. Thank you for joining, Geo. So again, that last tip is around just taking the time to be reflective and think about how you give to the world, and ask your child this as well. So this could be, maybe they help their teacher. Maybe they help a classmate at school. Maybe they help around the house. But what it does is, again, cause them to be present and then think about things that they do well, right? They do these things where they're giving to the world. This is of value. So this can also promote that self-value and self-esteem and help them realize that they matter, not just because they're your child, but because they're making these contributions to the larger environment and the world, right? So those are our 3 tips. I'll just quickly review them for those who have just joined us. I see Officially has joined us as well. Officially Christy has joined us as well on Instagram. Hello, thank you for joining. So quickly review of the 3 tips. The first one is to use visualization and imagine a sacred space that helps you feel safe and connected. So the language that you use with your child might be to imagine or visualize their happy place. Okay, so they can always use this tool, go there in their minds, and help them get to a positive and calm state of being. Second tip, meditative walk. Take time to take a leisurely walk and really notice what's around you. Notice interesting objects and what you feel when you're exploring those objects. Third tip, identify ways that you give to the world. How do you contribute to the environment outside of yourself?